Well, hi everybody. I always say I'm coming right back and then I don't. Uh, been a busy week. I've been doing a lot of card readings for people, which I love, by the way. And if anybody wants a reading, you can get a hold of me at lynntarotreadings at gmail.com. lynntarotreadings at gmail.com if you'd like a personal reading. And I'll get back with you and we'll set that up. And I want to thank the people that have gotten a hold of me and that's had readings. I enjoyed every one of them. And boy, I'm overwhelmed. That's why I haven't been able to get around to doing this. There's so much news coming in, I just stay totally overwhelmed. I watch the news at night, get up in the morning, even have notes taken, and if I should be a morning person, I should get this done before the news strain starts during the day, because then I just go right back off of it again. But it does look like the House did a good job of laying out these impeachment hearings. I will give them credit for that. I still don't know why they're all so terrified of going close to any money. If they'd followed the money, they'd have had him 2 years ago. But they're terrified of following that money because they're afraid it's going to end up in their own backyard. And the longer I watch this, the more I'm convinced. Look at Nunes and look at that other contract that was given out for that fence today on somebody that gave a bunch to somebody's campaign in that state, and who wasn't even qualified. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but Trump decided to give this fence, what was it, $30 million to a fence guy that's not even qualified, because he's seen him on Fox News. Where else would he see him and get all excited? So anyway, it's just total graph. It's got to finish. It's got to. If this don't get stopped, it's going to be like people fighting in the streets within the next 3 years, and it won't be because of the Democrats and the Republicans. It'll be because we're just a total banana republic. Be this everything. All the laws have just been thrown aside, and that goes right back to our schools. They need to start teaching government in schools. They go up and down the streets, all these late show people, and ask people stuff about the government or about what's going on, and they don't even have a clue. They don't even know what a democracy is. They have no idea what a democracy is or what they've been living in, or they would find out in a hurry. If things don't get changed, they're going to find out in a hurry what democracy was. But anyway, I sound all doom and gloom, and I swore up down I wouldn't do that. So let's just be happy that the House did bring out, I guess, some articles of impeachment to vote on. And it looks like Devin Nunes is up to his yin-yang in it. And I'm sure that doesn't surprise anybody that's watching this channel. And most people that wouldn't want to watch something like this wouldn't believe it if they was standing there with the money in his hands, because it's just it's like a cult. It is so weird. Because of one thing I found out by following politics closer, actually, than I followed him before. I didn't think I could follow him any closer. Before Trump got in, I used to watch about 3 hours a day, and I had for years. But I kind of had a Cinderella complex about it. I'd look at him and think, oh, that Republican Party, they're mean, and oh, that Republican Party, they're corrupt. But I didn't realize that the reason that the Democratic Party was so nice is they didn't want to rock the boats, because they're all corrupt too. Maybe not all of them, but a whole bunch of them are. And they've been taking that big money for years, and they just don't want to change it. And they don't want to change the rules, and that's why they're so terrified of these young people that's been getting in without a bunch of money backing them up. Just individual donations. They're absolutely terrified of these people. But anyway, I'm not going to keep saying that. I just bore everybody to death. But one guy that did, I was shocked today when I heard that Senator Kennedy talking, on the weekend shows. They were showing different little dills of it where he was. And he has that kind of fake, phony Southern accent. I'm not saying he's not from the South, but I'm saying it's laid on. To kind of make him sound like a good old boy or a dumb old boy or what else or something. But I was just totally shocked to find out. I heard a little bit about his resume today, and I couldn't believe the college he went to and stuff. So this isn't just a good old stupid boy. This is another crocodile. And he was one of them that, remember, not this Thanksgiving, but last Thanksgiving, when all those, there were some Republicans and Democrats that were going to visit Russia and talk to Putin, and then all of a sudden, the Democrats didn't get to go. There might have been a couple of them that got to go, but 2 or 3 of them got conveniently told they couldn't go. And anyway, Kennedy was one of those. He was for the Republican Senate, but he was one of those that went to see Putin last Thanksgiving. So no telling what was said there. I'm sure there's probably no records of that. But anyway, it's just and I know the Democrats are terrified of this. That's why they don't want to follow the money. But if they don't stop this pretty quick, this stuff's going to start just flowing out. It's going to start. People are going to start squealing because they know they're going to be in jail for lying to Congress or for not going to Congress and for obstruction of justice. So I think it's just going to be amazing this next month. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I haven't read on January. I'm a month ahead of myself. How about that? It's about time I got ahead of myself. I haven't read on December yet, so I'm going to see what's going on. I'm going to use these big old nerdy cards or whatever. I like them because they got a lot of angels in them. But what's going on? And it'd have to be for Trump because our government is Trump now. We can't get away from it. That's another thing I did this week. I spent about 2.5 days not even turning the TV on at all. I just thought, I'm not listening to this. And if I did, I just put it straight to Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that. Something that was totally not politics because I just didn't want to hear anymore of it. I was just so sick of it. But anyway, I'm sure we all are. I'm not the only one. It'd be nice to be able to go to bed at night and get up in the morning and not have to worry about whether we still got a government or not. And I dropped a card on the floor, and how about that? I'm just going to pick that up and use it at the top for a clarifier. Well, this is what Trump's doing. He may be pretending that this ain't bothering him, but he's not sleeping at night. He's a nervous wreck. He's laying awake nights, he is. We got the Nine of Swords. Him laying awake night, worrying about this. So let's go to, because he knows his fortune's changing. The signifier card is change of fortune. The wheel has turned. I had a feeling today that the wheel has turned. I even celebrated. I went and got me a little bag of popcorn, which I always say I'm not supposed to have because I don't know when to quit eating it. But anyway, I didn't get that big a one to start with, and I thought I'm going to have me some popcorn while I watch the Rachel Maddow show. And I sat down and started having some of it, and I thought, well, I should have just got me a little bottle of champagne and had that too. But then I thought, no, you got to do a reading, and you don't need none of that anyway. But it just felt like a celebration time today. So now we got the Wheel of Fortune, so maybe that's why things are changing. And let's hope they're changing for the best. And they are changing for the best. Look at this. So they are definitely changing for the best for the people, which makes it pretty damn bad for the president. He's laying awake nights, worrying about it, because he knows the worm has turned. The foundation of this reading is he still thinks that he can just make a deal anytime he wants to. He thinks that anytime he wants to. We got the Knight of Cups riding in here. And this is the addicted knight. This is the one that's sniffing or snorting or whatever it is he's taking, making his tongue thick and his mind worse than it is. The second I turn this coin over, I feel like even though he's not sleeping good at night, he still thinks that he can just make a deal anytime and get out of this. He still thinks he's / God, I guess. It's the only thing I can think of. The man has never been told since he was a little kid, and therefore he never developed past a 3-year-old. And here's Judgment coming after his ass heavy. And it's already started. Just started in the recent past. People are starting to turn. I did hear Romney come out today and with an intelligent conversation. I was proud to hear that. He's not my favorite, but at least he was being intelligent. The 9 of coins came up upside down, and I just went through these and straightened them all out. And this is in the sky, the present, what's going on. This is hidden money. This is money that was put in the wrong place, hidden money, money coming through. It's just going to blow the lid. It's going to blow the top off this whole thing, because I've been saying this for 3 weeks, I know, maybe 3 months or whatever. But even if the Democrats don't want to follow the money, it's going to come out. Especially if this Lev ends up coming in there and testifying like he wants to. I don't know if they're going to let him or not. But yeah, there's a bunch of money where it's not supposed to be, and it's all going to start coming out. That stuff with Ukraine was just minor compared to what they've been doing since he's gotten in there. And the immediate future, this is more stuff they're going to find. They're going to find all this irregular stuff, all this stuff they've been trying to hide. And it's coming out right away. When this money, there's going to be some people coming in to testify that said they weren't going to testify, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Perry and Pompeo and all of them coming in there, because they don't want to end up in jail for disrupting justice, or whatever they call it, obstructing justice. Not disrupting, well, I've been disrupting it too, but obstructing justice. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming in, and this is all just for this month here. A lot more stuff's going to come out. A lot more secrets to build. This is what Trump is the most terrified of. He's terrified that down deep, that's some of this stuff that he just thought he could get away with, even though he's done it all out in the open. Even offering that guy that contract out in the open and talking him up that wasn't qualified for that fence. He really knows at some level that he needs to quieten down, shut up, and just get in the background and see what needs to be done to get him out of this without even being in jail. But he just won't do it. He knows he needs to shut his mouth. And the environment around him, everybody's telling him to back off, be careful, start watching what he says, and just, and no, of course, nobody tells him anything, but that's the message they're trying to get through to him. And well, his hopes and fears. We got the walking away card here. That always comes up for him. Anytime I do a deal that's surrounded around the government, which is Trump anymore, the walking away card always comes up. It came up upside down. Like I said, I just went through these about an hour ago or so and put them all up straight. I don't know how I missed a couple of them. But anyway, we've got the the Eight of Cups here, which is the walking away card. I think he's thinking about it. He's seriously thinking about it. I know every time I read, I say somebody's made him an offer, but he's really thinking from this card down here, this Knight, that he can just do this anytime he wants to. That he's just got carte blanche on this. But oh yeah, and this is the end. This is for this next month. We got the Ten of the Swords ending up the end of December. So it looks like right at the end of this month that everything is just going to go totally tits up for him. Of course, this is tits down. Somebody with all the swords in their back. But he's not going to be throwing them. He's going to be receiving them this time. So it looks like it's going to be a really bumpy month for Trump this month. And for the hopefully a good one for us, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune change and the truth coming out. And if the truth comes out, we know it's going to be a bad month for him. So anyway, that's what came up with those. Let's turn this back over so I don't end up back in the same deal with cards upside down. I want to thank everybody that's got the patience to watch this channel and that gets back to me and makes comments, because it keeps me going.